My name is Tar Ibrahim. I'm an agricultural engineer from the Sahara refugee camps. The camps are located in the southern western corner of the Algerian desert near the borders with Western Sahara in a barren desert area. In this corner of the world, it's a real desert. The climate conditions are very harsh. Temperatures in summer exceed 50 degrees Celsius and drop below 0 Celsius in winter. There is almost no rainfall. Sandstorms are common. The humidity is very low. The soil is eroded and not fertile. Water is scarce. The organic content of the soil is very low, which makes it a very poor soil. All those conditions don't favor any kind of agricultural production, which led to the almost dependence of my people, the Sahara refugees, on food aid from the international community. Sahrawis are originally nomads and they have no agricultural background. They believe that what they can do is to breed or to herd their animals. And that was a real challenge. With time, we were able to convince many of them to be part of our projects and train them. And with time, they were able to produce some of their needs from these vegetables by themselves. And now in 2021, we have in all the camps more than 1,000 gardens. 19 of those are from this project. The project is implemented in Smara refugee camps, which is the largest camp in the refugee camps. Climatic conditions in this camp are really harsh, and there's a shortage of water, and the soil is eroded and not fertile. It's a poor soil. At the same time, some of the challenges that they face are the pests that attack their plants, such as insects, pathogens, and weeds.
سؤال زرع ما يزين والله باقي.
ما هي مشكلة الزراعة، مشكلة هذا
شوف ها؟
ما هي مشكلة الزراعة.
ايش حاجة هذا؟
لا من الإصابة هذه من الحشرة. All what we are using as fertilizers or as pesticides are organic products. All of them are homemade products. For the pesticides, in producing those products or those preparations, we benefit from the Sahrawi heritage because the Sahrawis use some products from their kitchen or in controlling especially the insects and pests in their houses. I'm working in this project that's financed by the German NGO ASW in cooperation with the UGSARIO, the Sahrawi Union of Youth. In this project, we are working with 19 families as beneficiaries from this project. It's a project of home gardens in which we are supplying the families with the needed infrastructure to start gardens, and at the same time we supply them with the needed training and help them to install their own gardens.
نزرعوا خيز ونزرعوا البصل ونزرعوا اللفت ونزرعوا البيطراف ونزرعوا مطيشة ونزرعوا الفصة ونزرعوا الشوقة ونزرعوا الخيار وكلباصين. هاي الأشياء كاملة زرعناها، والفول واللوبيا والقزبور، وقطعا على رينا ثمرتهم، قطعا رينا ثمرتهم ورينا مفادهم، والله الحمد لله اللي نقسموا منهم على الجيران، والله اللي نبيعوا منهم الحمد لله ولا رينا مفادهم.
This project was inaugurated in 2017. We started with 14 families. In 2020, we added another 5 families. Each one of those 19 families has a garden with the area of 100 square meters to 144 square meters. Every garden is divided into two main parties. The greenhouse, in which we grow the vegetables that cannot grow here locally due to the harsh climatic conditions, such as tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, zucchini, and sometimes lettuce. Outside the greenhouse, we have another, it's the open field in which we can grow all the vegetables that can grow in winter and are adapted to Sahara Desert climatic conditions, such as carrots, turnips, beetroots, parsley, chard, cilantro, etc. In this project, we supply every family with a greenhouse, a drip irrigation system, a water pump, a water bladder as a reservoir, and tools, seeds, and mainly the training. The team of the project are two people, the engineer and the technical assistant. She is experienced in agriculture here in the camps and have experience.
فاطمة إبراهيم منسقة نزار العليا في ولاية السمار. شغلت يعني نعاونهم في بداية الموسم وفي الأوقات كاملة، خاصة بداية الموسم ندير تكوينات في الري وفي البيوت البلاستيكية، كيفاش تغطى، كيفاش يقلبوا التراب، كيفاش البومبات وما إلى ذلك في بداية الموسم، وكيفاش يزرعوا. ندير لهم تكوين في طريقة الزرع، ومن ثم نعود نتابعهم كي تقليم صدر مطيش، كيفاش يقلعوا المحاصيل اللي عنده أي إشكال، والله هذاك نجيه نحرص الإشكال مناش، ولا ننصح ولا نعتبر ولا نستعين بالمهندس طارق إبراهيم.
We try to train them or to supply them with the needed knowledge to be able to produce their products by themselves. How to install and how to manage drip irrigation systems, how to deal with the plants, when to sow the seeds, how to sow the seeds, and how to use some of the principles of permaculture. For example, you can have in the garden have fruit trees which will give fruits, but at the same time can serve as a windbreaker and can shade in summer that protects the plant from the intensive sun radiation in summer, for example, and protect it from sandstorms, etc. So all that needed of all those agriculture practices. The beneficiaries mainly are mothers who want to supply their families with fresh food, especially vegetables and fruits. So far, they started to produce many produces, and more people are motivated now and want to be part of this project.
كم فوتيه نهار والليل ما يخطاي فيها. نعرق بعويد، نسقي نعدل شيء، نعدل أوزين، نعدل ما، دائما مزرعة فيها، دائما فيها، دائما ما نفصل معها.
Now we have 19 gardens. We are trying to add more gardens. We'll supply the families with trees, especially moringa trees and fruit trees. العرش أخضر حي الزر. We will do more trainings for the families because it's still needed to train them on many techniques, agricultural techniques. Those home gardens are not enough to cover all the needs of the families from fresh food around the year, but they are enough to cover their needs for some months, which is better than none. And with time, we'll develop this model of gardens to be able to produce vegetables around the year, which will help the families to cover all their needs from fresh food. We think that maybe one day the families will be able to sell part of their produce in the local market, and that will help them to buy some other needs that are not, some of them are not food, or other foods that they cannot produce by themselves, or that which is not distributed by the international community.